Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Monday. Monday morning already. Seemed like the weekend went awful fast, and of course today is April the 8th. And I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you were able to have some time with your family and just hopefully enjoy the weather and the weekend. Of course, Saturday was really windy, but we made it through that as we always do. Anyway, but hope you had a great Sunday and were able to worship at your place of choice. And anyway, now it's Monday morning, and a fresh new day, a fresh week is upon us. And so anyway, I hope this morning finds you feeling well. I hope that you're well rested and ready to tackle the opportunities that God has given us on this fresh new day. This morning, I want to share with you a devotional entitled "God Knows How Much." I want you to imagine for a moment, that you're Simon Peter. You're spending time with Jesus, and you're enjoying every moment. But then suddenly, Jesus, he turns to you and he says the following. This is from Luke chapter 22, verses 31 and 32. "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat, but I have pleaded in prayer for you, Simon, that your faith should not fail. So when you have repented and turned to me again, strengthen your brothers." You see, Jesus knew that the cross lay ahead of him. And so he was getting ready to break that news to the disciples, and they didn't have a clue. They didn't know what was happening. And so thus Jesus, he needed to brace them for the future. He needed to prepare them. He needed, to tell them that, Judas Iscariot would betray him. And he needed to warn them about, their own spiritual vulnerability. Now, here's a more literal translation of what Jesus said to Peter. Satan has been asking excessively that you be taken out of the care and protection of God. There are times in our lives, when we might say things like, "Well, the devil really tempted me." But the fact is that it's highly unlikely the devil himself ever tempted us. Rather, it probably was one of his demons who was doing the tempting. In Simon Peter's case, however, Satan himself had set his sights on him. And I think this serves as a reminder, that when temptation comes into the life of a child of God, the devil must first ask permission. He can do nothing in our lives that God has not allowed, and God never will give us more than we can handle. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, it says this: "The temptations in your life are no different from what others experience, and God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can endure." You see, God won't give you too much. He knows your breaking point. He knows how much you can handle. And you might be able to handle a whole lot more than you think you can. I mean, sometimes, it may seem, though you're overwhelmed with temptation, but God, He isn't, excuse me, but you see, God isn't going to give you more than you can take. Satan first had to go through Jesus to get to Simon Peter. And Jesus assured his disciple, he said, "But I have pleaded in prayer for you, Simon." Now, maybe the devil was looking for a weak link in the chain, thinking that if he could bring down one disciple, he could take the others with him. I mean, not only did Jesus pray for, Peter, but he's praying for us as well. In Romans chapter 8, verse 34, it assures us, listen to what it says. It says, "Who then will condemn us? No one. For Christ Jesus died for us and was raised to life for us, and He is sitting in the place of honor at God's right hand, pleading for us. You see, he's pulling for you right now. He's pulling for me. I mean, if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, he's pulling for you. Just as Jesus stood up for Simon Peter, he's standing up for you today. And so if you're a believer, he's there pleading for you right now. He's pleading for all of us that are believers. But if you haven't made that decision in your life, I pray that you would, so that you can have that assurance in your life, because you can be assured that Jesus is pleading for us every day of our lives that we walk here on this earth. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Monday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'd like for you to remember me in your prayers this morning, as I have a heart cath this morning. The doctor felt like that was needed, and so anyway, I'm going to do that. And I'm sure everything is going to be fine. But anyway, I would appreciate your prayers. But anyway, remember, Angie and I, we love you guys. We're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you in the morning. God bless you.